What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Up North. Because around here, we just completely forget about the down south aspect. So,
There's nothing
welcome,
going on down there, dude.
nothing going on. So, that changes today, actually. But welcome back to a brand new episode of Down South Up North. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Matt, finally talking about something down south. But, dude, how we doing?
It's about damn time, bruh. Like, I feel like I'm carrying the show, making everybody work up here with all these trades and injuries, this, that, and the other, and contracts. Finally, bruh, we're finally getting down.
Finally, dude. So let's waste absolutely no time and get straight into the athletic alert. Matt, before the show, you said you got a stat for me. So read the stat.
I do.
For me, so we could get straight in.
We had to squeeze your Georgia Bulldogs in here. Week 0 is coming up in 2 weeks for college football, and I'm pumped. But your Georgia Bulldogs, man, they have a very alarming statistic. So, as you may have known, the preseason college football rankings were released not too long ago. And on that list, number 1 was your very own Georgia Bulldogs. However, I have a graphic here that I'm going to pop up as I read this off. The last 10 teams post college football playoffs, so this is 2014 till now, all 10 years, every team who has been number 1 has not won the national championship outside of Alabama in 2017. They were ranked first in the preseason poll, and they did end up winning the national championship. So, Kyle, history is not on Georgia's side today, and they have a 10% chance, according to this list, to win the national championship. So, I want to get your thoughts, dude. Is Georgia done? Is Kirby Smart over? Is the Georgia Bulldog way in shambles right now? Because, according to this, they're not winning the national championship this year.
All right. First off, that's just a stupid ass stat. That's just stupid. And Kirby Smart had one kryptonite, and that was Nick Saban, and he's retired, so he's gone. So as of right now, Kirby Smart has no kryptonite. Knock on wood. But hey, this year it is a true test for Georgia. I mean, thank God it is a 12-team playoff instead of 4, so we still do have a chance. If we drop a game or two, but we have the hardest schedule in college football this year. Starting off, week 1, I'm not going to go through every single game, just some big games to highlight. Week 1, neutral site against 14 Clemson, huge rivalry. Played each other 2 or 3 years ago in Carolina Stadium. Beat them 10-3, or Carolina Panthers Stadium beat them 10-3. So that's going to be a big game. At Kentucky, at Alabama. Kentucky's Brock Vandagriff is the starting quarterback for them. He just transferred this past offseason, so that's going to be a big statement game for him. And it's a night game. Both games are 7:30 start time, so that's going to be huge. And then a few weeks later, dude, we face number 4 Texas in Texas.
We got some new blood in the SEC.
Yeah, so that's going to be a huge game. That is really the only game that I'm kind of stressing about. Texas, dude. Last time we played each other, it was the Sugar Bowl, and Texas got the best of us at a neutral site. So playing them in their home stadium is going to be a very tough game, but I still think we got that in the bag. Then 2 weeks later, we go to Ole Miss. Dude, we dropped 50 on them last time we played them, but that was in our home turf. Dropped 50 on them, kind of embarrassed them on College game day. Huge stage, absolutely just took the fattest dookie on them. So they obviously want to get back in blood. This is a tough schedule, dude. But again, it's 12-team playoff. As long as we make the top 4, I mean, top 12 is obviously acceptable, but want to be in that top 4. I think we'll be all right, dude. I think we'll be okay. That stat, it's silly to me. It's stupid. That you're just talking about, oh, Georgia's done, dude. Georgia's done. It's over. The Kirby Smart era is over. Georgia's not the standard anymore. That's a bunch of horse crap, dude. And you know it. You're just mad that Ohio State can't get over the hump and beat Michigan for the past couple of
No,
years.
no, no, no. It's all college football, my friend. It's an even playing field this year. There is no excuse, and I don't want to hear the 13 and 14 seed bitching when they don't get in. Okay, they should have gone to 8, and they were like, you know what? Everybody already hates us. We're the NCAA. Let's just let 12 teams in. Yeah, because freaking Penn State's going to get in, and then they're going to get ran over in the second round. Whatever. Let's just add 3 more games to college athletics because we want more money. It's a neutral playing field, like all across the country now. Nick Saban is gone. That is huge. Jim Harbaugh is gone. The cheater. Get him out of there.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Like these elite coaches are skedaddling out of these colleges. Obviously, Kirby is still there. You do have a lot of coaches that you're going to be tested on the hot seat this year. But look, Texas and Oklahoma, that's going to be huge for the SEC. And then you got Oregon and Washington joining the Big Ten. I'm hyped to play Oregon. I mean, it's going to be weird seeing these West Coast teams play against Big Ten teams, but lots of new stuff that we're excited for, and I think it's all coming together. Like, this is a huge year for college football. All these powerhouses are going to be in similar conferences, and when it comes down to the wire, hey, if you're a 5 or 6 seed, you still got a chance to win the national championship. It's going to be a lot harder because you're going to have to, play more games and go through more opponents, but I don't know. Georgia, man, it's going to be a tough test. Winning 3 out of the last 4 years by itself is already tough. I mean, I think that's a stat that you need to keep in the back of your head. Like, you guys won back-to-back. That's rare. Winning 3 out of 4 years, like, even Alabama didn't do that. In Nick Saban's entirety. But, hey, no.
Bama right now is not the same Bama, dude.
No, absolutely not. But let's not count them out. I mean, I still think we're going to be watching them in January.
Hot take, I don't think we are, bro.
What? You don't think we're going to be watching Alabama in the top 12 in January this year?
I really don't think so. I think I'm looking at their schedule right now, and I think. I mean, this is just some hot take. They're going to lose to Georgia. That's your first loss. Okay. They're going to lose to Tennessee. That's 2. Either they're going to lose to Tennessee or Missouri. Missouri, dude, they got that halfback. I don't know his name, but he's lethal in open field, dude. He's a threat. He could catch the ball and make you miss an open field. He's tiny, dude. He's like 5'9", 5'10".
Marcus Carroll?
No. He's some white running back, dude. He's nasty. Let me let's see who it is.
Is he the starter?
Yeah, he does start. He might have graduated.
Yeah.
He might have graduated. I think he did.
Yeah, but look, dude, Missouri seems to always give y'all problems. Like,
yeah, they almost beat us 2 years ago.
It's honestly like it's the weirdest thing in the world, but when I'm watching Missouri, like my eyes are on that until the fourth quarter. And then Georgia usually slips away, but it's like, dude, Missouri has control.
Yeah, dude, last year they came to our stadium for like a revenge game because we barely squeaked by at their place the year before, and they came to play, dude. And if our big guy Stackhouse or whatever his name, I don't think it was Stackhouse. It was some guy off the defensive line. If he didn't get that pick, almost a pick 6, we would have been in trouble, dude. But defense stepped up when they really needed to and got a stop. But, bro, let's not forget about Luther Burden. Probably the best wide receiver in college football right now. Dude's an absolute stud. So watch out for him. Tennessee, they got a new freshman quarterback who's had a lot of hype around him. He played good in their bowl game.
And Tennessee is developing a wheelhouse of quarterbacks over the last couple of years.
Yeah, they are. So that's going to be a big game for Alabama. I mean, Jalen Milroe, I think he's a very good quarterback, but it's their head coach. I forgot his name, but I know he was at Washington.
Yeah. Well, he's got history at Alabama.
Does he?
I believe.
I think it's like Kellen DeBoer. Yeah, Kellen DeBoer.
Yeah.
Um, no, dude, like that's a huge game for him. That's his first like huge road test in the SEC. So that's going to be two huge games. I think they fall against LSU this year, and I think they fall against Oklahoma.
Okay. Oklahoma, I like a lot this year. But I also have concerns. Like I feel like if they were still if they were still in the Big 12 like they were last year, this would be their year. LSU kind of on the fence. It's like the same thing as if Oklahoma wasn't and Texas didn't join the SEC, if that makes sense. Like they would be good if the two teams didn't join. I don't know. Honestly, I think that the SEC schools are just gonna freaking beat the piss out of each other all year, and then they're gonna get to December and January, and they're gonna be tired.
You think so?
I mean, we just went through 5 or 6 schools that have a lot of hype around them, and the Big Ten is good too. Washington, I don't know. Is Washington going to be the new TCU? Are they going to fall off the face of the planet?
Yes.
After losing the national championship?
Yeah, they don't have Roma Dunze, and they don't have
Penix.
They don't have Penix.
They lost their head coach.
Alabama, another big game. Auburn, dude. Like
right
for some reason, Auburn like. All year, dude, Auburn is a pretty below average football team. They got absolutely shit on by New Mexico State a few years ago in their home stadium. But when they play Alabama, dude, it's just like
it's knowing your opponent.
It's knowing your opponent, and I think Auburn knows. Like Johnny Manziel said it best when he rolled into Tuscaloosa in 2012 or 2013. He was like, "Dude, we have nothing to lose, everything to gain." That's the motto. And I feel like Auburn has just been like living by that motto as well. It's like, dude, we've lost 4 or 5 games.
When you get down to the last couple games of the season and you know your odds are out, you might as well play spoilers.
Yeah.
And against Alabama of all people, everybody wants to beat Alabama.
Yeah.
However,
to knock them out of the playoffs.
Now it's going to be different this year, though. There's 12 spots remaining. So when we get down the stretch in college football, are we going to see starters being rested? Are players not going to play? We already have the whole NIL shit where players just, are losing the love of the game. Right? Like how, as a coach, right? If you're in the SEC, do you really want your guys lining up against Auburn, who is 5-5 or 5-6? Whatever their record says, they know they're done, and all they want to do. This is their national championship against you. Do you take Milroe out? Do you take your weapons out?
No, absolutely not.
Regardless of record.
Regardless of record, they play Mercer November 16th. You don't play them against Mercer.
Okay, so you're saying whoever they play be strategic. Like if they're playing a bum who they can score 80 on, take all your starters out, even if the following week they play a better team.
I feel like their first 3 games they don't play. I mean, Wisconsin might be a tough opponent because they're playing in the cold. But dude, I feel like you don't. I mean, you obviously play them, but you don't start your A1 guys and they don't play all 4 quarters until Georgia, dude. So that's like, I mean, they can play against Western Kentucky. They could play the first half, put 63 points on the board in the first half. Then they're done for the rest of the game. They rest. You play South Florida. You put up 35 or 42 in the first half. You sit them. If you're beating the shit out of Wisconsin, you sit them. Then you have a whole bye week, a whole another week to rest, and then you go against Georgia. So now your guys are really, really prepared. Then you play Vanderbilt, blah blah. You have a strategy to it. You don't play your main players. Again, they don't have Isaiah Bond. He went to the opposition. He's at Texas. Jalen Milroe, you don't play him 4 quarters in these games that really don't mean anything. You just don't. You just don't. So I don't know. You got to have a strategy to it. Auburn, dude, they're gonna come to Tuscaloosa on November 30th, and they're going to just trying to ruin Alabama's season. And I don't know, dude. The hot take back to it. I feel like Alabama has like at least 3 losses this year. At least 3.
But bro, that still might be enough to get in.
I don't think so, dude. If
Nah,
Bama
because
has
bro,
three,
you know the committee loves strength of schedule. That's a
their schedule's not that tough. It's really not. Again, if Missouri has a complete shit season by week 8 and they're unranked, that game doesn't really matter anymore. If LSU falls out and they just beat the shit out of LSU and LSU's unranked, that doesn't matter anymore. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, if Bama has 3 losses and they don't have the title, the SEC title, why would they be in the game or why would they be in the playoffs?
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know. That's just a hot take of mine. I just hate Alabama so much. So I really want to see them fail because some of my friends go there, and it would be so funny that Bama's been so dominant for all these years, and when they go there, they don't see Bama win a title. I think that would be hilarious. I mean, sorry if you're watching, but I think it would just be so funny. But moving forward, Matt, it's Wednesday. You know it's time for the gaming exchange. All right, dude. We're finally not talking about college football 25. Got to take a little bit of a break. Today's topic
yeah. Go ahead.
and Madden 25 just came out as well. We're going to take a break from EA, or not EA, Madden and college football 25. But today is favorite knockoff sports game. Matt, you have the honor of going first.
Dude, you keep giving me these honors, and I gotta say I do enjoy it. So we are going back a little back in time, a little time machine to an NBA game, Kyle. One that was in the arcades, one that I played on my phone, the mobile app.
I know.
It was on the Xbox 360 NBA Jam. That was a fever dream, dude.
That's a great pick.
It was so. The best part was it was only duos. Okay, meaning usually basketball is 5-on-5, right? 2K. Kyle, I think you've spoken about some basketball games on here a couple times. Like, these were only 2 games. Like, Westbrook and Durant, right? LeBron and D Wade. That was like a personal favorite. Tony Parker and Tim Duncan. You could switch it up, right? You have the Spurs. You got Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, right? Like, you can flip-flop. But, like, just that game for 2 or 3 minutes, I don't recall how much time. I think you can set the timer. Just, like, going back and forth. Like, my guy's dunking from the other three-point line. Like, you don't see that. And that game, crazy, man, dude. Just like it. But you know what the best part? You know what my favorite part of that game is, Kyle? The announcers, dude.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Like, when they would hit that after everything, dude. Or you know when it was at the buzzer, you know when he threw up a Hail Mary and it was like bouncing up and down. You know you could hear the hesitancy in their voice. Golden game all around, and like I definitely missed that game. I'm probably going to download it on my phone after we end record because that was a fun ass game.
That game, that's a great pull, dude. I'm going to absolute hood classic. I mean, when you mention like knockoff arcade type games, you got to talk about EA Sports Big. They had like a bunch of like arcade-ish games. SSX Tricky, NBA Street, and my pick, NFL Street Volume 2. Not Volume 1, Volume 2. This game, dude, on the GameCube was my life growing up. Like, I remember, like, either, like a snow day, no school, or just
A
summertime.
day off, Christmas time.
Yeah, Christmas time, dude. That's what I'm looking for. Christmas break. I would wake up at like 7:30, dude. Put on, a jacket or a robe, like my Star Wars: The Clone Wars robe, and I would sit in front of my little ass TV and just run pickup games all day, dude. All day. This game was so awesome. There was just no physics to it. It was just street football and playing against your siblings. I think it was first one to like 36 or 30 or something like that. And say you're down like 2 or 3 possessions and your brother or your friends kind of talking some shit to you, but you get your game breaker, the game's over. You get your game breaker, it's just write it off, dude. If y'all don't know, a game breaker is like your guys are on steroids. Like smoke is coming out of their ears, their face is red. They are looking to kill somebody. Your quarterback throws the ball 1,000 yards. Your running backs break every tackle. Your linebackers are a guaranteed hit stick fumble. It's crazy, dude. It's insane. And a great mode was the NFL Challenge. That was the main mode in the game. You create a team, get all your players. You compete against other NFL teams. So if y'all remember what I talked about MLB, the Bigs too, last Wednesday, it's the same thing but football. You create your team, you go against different teams, and then once you beat them, you could still a player. So that was like the basics. Yeah, dude, super, super, super fun. They included legends. Best player I remember was Mike Allstott, or is that his name?
Oh yeah,
The fullback, dude.
yeah.
Demon
For the Bucks, right?
for the Bucks, dude.
Probably had
Absolute
the
demon.
old like maroon and like they look like Florida State almost.
Yeah, dude. You just do like a fullback dive. You give him the rock. It's GG's. And another great part. This is just me though. Like these old games, dude. The soundtracks were
Mm.
top notch, dude. I'm looking at this like they have some absolute hood classics. They got some Killer Mike. They got some Corn. They got some Fuel. Uh, Nas and Lil Jon, 3 6 Mafia, dude. They got everything, dude. They got everything. So, yeah, bro. They need to bring back EA Sports big. That was my childhood, dude. Absolutely loved it. Can't say any more about um NFL Street Volume 2. But guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Comment
Check out.
how many games you think Georgia's gonna lose this year. I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna say 4 this year.
4? You know how many,
including the playoffs. Including the playoffs.
Oh, okay. I definitely think Ohio State's going to lose.
All right. That wasn't the episode. All right, that we were talking about Georgia because we had to give down south some love.
They're going to lose to Indiana like they always do. They're gonna, but I could keep going on.
No.
But guys, check out our social medias down
doing
in the
good on
description
social.
below. Yeah, dude, y'all showed a lot of love on the clips from Monday's show, so we appreciate that. But hope you guys had a good Wednesday. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.